February 23rd, 9:34 a.m. Alright, here we go. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there's still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. Oh. The defendant is called to the trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Skye, you remind me a lot of Mia. She's just the Mia of prosecutors. But there is one decisive difference between you and her. And that is... you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. My first trial without a Fae helping me. Oh shit, that's right! We don't have the ghost Mia! Like, MVP coming in clutch anymore. No one's gonna bail me out this time. No Mia. I'll be alone in there. So, I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Alright, 10 a.m. District Court 9. Hi, Edgeworth. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth, always be an Edgeworth. Every time. Yeah, we know! He shot a guy! You don't have to keep reminding us. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be part of this proceeding today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in your hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office. The parking lot, not the actual office. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. I'll do anything for Edgeworth. I think he's a little too old for you, ma'am. Don't, chill out a little bit. However, she will not pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to a crime. A professional witness, a professional lunch lady. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen, huh? Haven't I seen you somewhere? Of course she brought lunches. You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Caviar? I've never eaten caviar before. She's bribing him! Get her off the stand, take her lunches and throw them in the trash. The judge really is wolfing it down. And for you, I have a fiesta bowl. Thanks. I'll put it over there. You want your free lunch? Okay, we'll pass them out for free. She won't get any money from them. Which one do you want? You want the Fiesta Bowl? You want some caviar? You want that weird thing from yesterday? Will the witness state her name and profession? Uh-huh, and you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? That just looks like rice with some, like... They're not sesame seeds, but some seeds in it. It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? Shut up! Give us your name and profession! So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty, it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. Edgeworth is not having any of her shit. Nuh-uh. You can't buy Edgeworth with lunch. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it up. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. Oh! Okay, I guess that's why she would have clearance. She was a first-rate homicide detective. Why are you a lunch lady? What? Miss Star was a detective? Aha! I know who you are. Cough up. Oh, he knows her nickname? Cough up, Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Star. Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. Oh, we got a map. The parking lot at the security office. The prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 lots. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk. And there's a wall here. That's the, like, water faucet wall. So maybe the security room couldn't see? The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor, of course. Alright, we got the lot floor plans. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor, but... supposedly she made a call. So... what's true now? It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. I kinda have to defend my client, that's my job, you know? I'd like to get paid. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Star. Hey! You're supposed to be impartial. Wait, are they talking about me? Here we go, the witness's account. Somehow, I always knew that a day like this would come. Okay. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Right hand. Then, she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Hey, Emma, is your sister right or left-handed? Hello? That's come up before. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching. As you can see, there's no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? Well, did he not die basically in the trunk? I don't know. I was gonna say maybe she couldn't see because the trunk was open and blocking it all, but if she was coming at it from an angle, then she probably could have seen it. I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Alright, here we go. Witness's account. Where do we press you at? Okay, hold on. I'm pressing this. How did you know? How did you know, huh? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. And he does not give a single fuck. Look at his face, he's so smug. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Star, do you have something personal against prosecutors? She's gotta. Something happened to her. Smugsworth? Hell yeah, he's always smug. I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. So, you're saying you had a grudge? You're saying you had a motive, huh? Yeah? Laid off? She was fired? To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Wow! That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well, you may continue, Miss Star. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. Oh yeah? Hold on now. This boyfriend, he's a detective? Not that boyfriend, the other one, the security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Can I be one? Will you bring me lunch? Yes. This boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Oh, care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. I mean, free lunches. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there. Oh yeah, you can see over that. That would be the room with the security sign, of course. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by the car? By car, I mean? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So, she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Nuh-uh. That's bullshit. You sensed something? So, you're saying you had a premonition of the murder, huh? It felt like... how would you say? Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. What does that mean? I have no idea what that means. Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Goodman, also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. A young cheese? A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn. Then I must be hard-yellowed and sharp as a tack. Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match. Hey! Shut the fuck up, we're trying to win a case here! In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. Okay, where exactly was he standing? By garish car, you mean... Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. Mr. Edgeworth's? Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. How do you know that? Could you see it that well, or did somebody tell you? Wasn't it? Indeed it was. She's fancy. She's got, like, fluffy furriness on her coat in the back. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you are sure it was the defendant. I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. We need to know, like, where she was standing and everything. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo... you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me? I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. That was inspiring. I believe I've heard that tagline somewhere. Elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism. I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. We have a picture? A photograph? You took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap. I took a picture. You just had a camera ready? Okay, sure. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. Why? For what purpose? I guess for this purpose, but shit. That's a very specific purpose. I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now? You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. No. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Well, this is most certainly the defendant. And she's got gloves on. Uh-oh. I was hoping the no prints thing would be something, but she has gloves on. Uh-oh. That is unmistakably Lana Skye. So what was the defendant doing at the time? The chief prosecutor is holding a knife in her right hand. Well, she wasn't in the photo, so where was the knife, huh? Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all. Yes, that's about right. Prosecutors are, by nature, very well versed in the location of a man's vital organ. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. Egg salad sounds so good, actually. Oh my god, I might make some. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor? So, the defendant was holding a knife. What then? Then, she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Okay. Tell the court why you didn't try and stop this crime. Well, she was on the other side of the fence, Phoenix. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. Why are you making Monty Python references? You said that before. Anything else? You got anything? Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? We'll find something. For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. Okay, she's being helpful. Don't smile like that. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. Okay, we've already been through this. Okay, so, what do we have to press her with, or present her with? We have the knife. We have the murder weapon. We got the parking lot plans or whatever. It looks like her thing was here. If she were to see... Well, no, she's got a picture, so, Oh, we can slide? I didn't know we could slide in these. The cell phone, right? Well, no. This is the moment of the murder. Okay, hold on. On my way to deliver a lunchbox. Sent something. Alright, yes. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. Okay, What do we present her with? I'm pretty sure we've pressed everything. No prints. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. I'm not sure if that would be helpful here, though. She's saying she saw it. We have this, but I'm not sure if I can present it here reliably. Like, I get the point of it, but... We've got the moment of the crime. Okay, hold on. Back! Alright, let's do this one, and let's present the picture. Right? Because she's supposed to be holding a knife, but where is it, right? Hold your horsies, where'd the knife go? Can you witness this? You saw Miss Skye stab the victim with the knife. As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I mean, that one looks kinda good. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took of the very moment the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Skye not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection? That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet, it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. Hey! What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. Okay. Objection! And how can you tell that, huh? Blood splatter. See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's a black and white photograph. But you can still see it. You can still see it, Phoenix. I'm sorry. Yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. Mr. Wright, are you just gonna sit there and take that kind of abuse? You got a better idea? Objection! Objection! Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Say it again and say it right. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Skye was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. How do you know it was premeditated? Objection! Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Well, are those gloves? Maybe she just wears gloves. Although Edgeworth would know better than me. Oh, surgical gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. What? I mean, true, but you can't... Can you actually see what kind they are? These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder, a serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. Alright, we gotta press her on something with the gloves. If it was planned, she would have to know when Edgeworth was coming back. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. I think it's gotta be this. Because how would she know when Edgeworth would be back? Yeah. Miles Edgeworth, 512. This is dated the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up a couple of extra red lights, he wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. It just goes to show you, you never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light. Anything on the back? Nope? Okay. Alright, we are presenting this. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. Hmm? It does? I don't see anything contradictory. How is that not contradictory? Huh? Really? Objection overruled. Try to think before you make it. You think about it! It makes total sense. That didn't go so well. I thought for sure that would be it. Alright, let's look again. Alright, the ID card. Let's check this. It makes complete and total sense to me. Nothing. Oh. Alright, a name and ID number written here. We already know this. I wonder why they only use numbers for IDs. What else would they use? Letters, silly? They're the reason we have a written language in the first place. True. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. Yeah, yabba-dab. See? Wouldn't that be better? Yabba-dab? Well, it does have a certain ring to it, I guess. Exactly my point. Doesn't take much to amuse her. Anything on the back? Oh. Nothing on the back? Nothing important? Okay. Let's look at this for a second. Time of death, February 21st. Between 4 p.m. and 5:30. Loss of blood from a chest wound. Wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife. A single stab wound was found. Okay. So is this backwards then? 2:21. Why would it be backwards? S76. Last call made to his sister at 5:18. Huh. Alright, hold on. Press her on it. Give me a second. Maybe I need to press her first. What if she's just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? Yeah? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. It makes no sense. Hold up. I don't know. It made sense to me. I missed that when you said it. Because my reasoning for that to work there, as if, like, it wasn't premeditated, was she would have to know exactly when Edgeworth would be back, and him not be late at all or anything. But maybe it didn't matter what time, because she called the guy to meet her. So she'd have to know when Edgeworth would come back to tell him what time to show up, etc., etc. But maybe that makes no sense. Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Star. This is bad. But Edgeworth's car does not have to be the plan of the murder. True. I assumed, we're trying to get her off the hook, so she probably didn't do it. But I assumed whoever did it wanted to frame Edgeworth somehow, because knowing his trunk was like unlocked or something, and using his knife, but maybe not. I'm just thinking too much about it, probably. She's got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. It's only a flesh wound. Yes, it's only a flesh wound. We can make it. You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, it's flawless. Okay, we've heard this before. No, your sister's hopefully not guilty. Alright. We heard this before. Let me get past it. I was on my way to deliver lunchbox. Standing next to the car. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. I'm pretty sure this is what we have to present something with. I'm just not sure what to present. The rubber gloves prove it. The rubber gloves prove it. Oh, so she could have taken the gloves off and used her phone. So that ruins that. Oh, shit. The parking lot floor plans. The security room. Why would she do it in front of the security room? I don't know. Doing it in front of the security room makes no sense, so maybe that's it. This? No. Definitely not, although you're coming up at some point. This is no, apparently. No. Okay. Potentially this, then. If it was planned, why would she plan to do it in front of the security room? That makes sense.
Objection!
Hold on, ma'am. Your Honor? Uh-oh. It's not it. Fuck. It does? I don't see anything contradictory. The brain is off today, apparently. Big brain not here. Big brain gone. Bye-bye. Huh? Really? Objection overruled. Oh no. Uh-oh. I might have to save a little on this one. Shoot. What else makes sense? Is there something else that I need to press? Oh. I'm very lost on this one. Trying to think. call made to her sister at 5:18. That's gotta come up. I mean, maybe because it was an accidental call? And she left her cell phone there. Well, she got arrested. I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to, like, save a little bit in this one. Hold on, let's go ahead and save a little bit. Maybe? It's not that either. What is it? To penalize me more. Blow up my whole health bar, please. I must be on the wrong track. You think you know? Do you have a hint? Cause this is the first one where I'm just completely like, I don't know. Nothing really makes sense to me. At the PD on the day of the murder. Usually in Edgeworth's toolbox, this is... This must be the victim's blood, right? Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway? Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it in the wild. Edgeworth in the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman. Now there's a scary thought. Okay. Nothing really new there. This is either December or the same day. But we don't really know. Hold on. Oh, we can't examine this one. S76 or 67S. Oh, I got no damn clue. I've tried this, that makes sense. I tried this, even though it kind of didn't make sense. If it was... Oh, shit, you're right. If it was premeditated, she would have brought everything needed for the murder with her. Yeah? So that would mean this. Oh, well, yeah. That does make sense. Witness, do you know what this is? Thank you. I did not even think of that. Are you trying to test me? I sell boxed lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. No, you're fine. A bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor here. The defendant is... Oh, Mommy, are prosecutors bad people? No. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder. And that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon. Uh-huh. The knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Duh. That makes so much sense. Order, order. Great, now the tide is turning in our favor, for now. Right show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. We got a long way to go. Right. What is it? What do you have now, huh? I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That's the only thing the prosecution needs to prove. Nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now? He's defending you. What are you on about? Well, no, he's not defending you. But anyway, you're helping him out. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been... What was that? I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now, Alright, here we go. First of all, we're gonna save. Just in case I mess everything up again. There we go. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Well, again and again, you say? That's funny. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? Yes! You should never order pizza again. Always go to the store. Drive yourself. In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. Alright, I know exactly where I'm pressing you. I know exactly where I'm pressing you. She intended to, right? She called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. Okay, we're pressing you on this, but this isn't where I'm presenting anything. You have no proof that Miss Skye called him there. You have no proof that she didn't. Oh yeah? Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts? There is no record of a call made on the defendant, Miss Skye's cell phone. She might have written him a letter. Come on, you could have tried public phone first at least. Come on. What a stretch. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered. I'm sure he had a reason to be there. Witness? Why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day? I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Oh, really? What information do you know that we don't? You want to share? What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge. Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. No. What's inside? Lunch. Lunch. How am I supposed to know, huh? See, we agree there's a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels, don't you agree? No? I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty. No, I don't think that's the point, buddy. This judge isn't very good with metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? Hydration time already, oh my god. Alright, it's simple. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. What is it? Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Well, you know what? Hold on. Hold on now. Let's see. One. Singular. Knife wound. So, that's wrong. She did not plunge it again and again. What are you talking about? You say she stabbed him again and again? But you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. No, thank you. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star. Oh, good one. Good one. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, working together. What a hunk, he's my hero, really. What about my objection? No one noticed? Nope. Nope. Edgeworth took over for you. We don't have to do anything. Well, witness? You got the crime scene set, right? Oh, thanks. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible. Where are you getting at? So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you saw. Tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. Come on, tell us. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Okay, hold on. Muffler? Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. So she can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose. Yeah, no? Hello? What the fuck is wrong with you? She's right. Oh. Miss Skye was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait. Isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood? Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. Okay, that's unfortunate. I would never, but okay. A judge with a bib. That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes. Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. Really? However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony. Mr. Wright, this is our chance! Chance for what, I wonder? Miss Starr has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off. The short wick burns out the fastest. That's a scientific fact. I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick would burn longer. Obviously, more scientific testing is required. Alright, what do we present here? What do we have? We do have, a picture. Hold on, let's look at the picture. We gotta check it. She's not wearing a scarf. Okay, well, case closed. She's not wearing a scarf. What now? Where was her scarf? That's why she called the victim. We don't care about that. She held a grudge. Her red muffler. Okay, hold on. Hold your horses here, ma'am. You took this picture yourself, right? Yeah? You took this picture? You said you did. Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. Oh, hell yeah. Get her, Edgeworth. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph. Huh? But that... It can't be. Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Edgeworth casually stealing your objections? I mean, it's kinda great. I'm kinda liking pseudo working with Edgeworth on this. He's like, no. He's like half defending, I forgot her name, but Lana. Okay, there we go. He's half defending Lana without really, like, doing it. It's great. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What? Was my objection chopped liver? But it was there. A scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really? Well now, where were we, huh? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? Very well, witness, continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that, huh? Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. That's the part we're trying to get her proved not guilty for, huh? This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Are we really gonna get it on day one? I didn't think we would. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. So... okay. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Okay. Oh yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made an escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. You are quite determined about this scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. I think we all are, unless you're like that guy from The Princess Bride who makes himself, you know, he drinks a little poison every day and makes himself impervious or whatever. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Those are heavy as hell. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Row. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. Okay. Where do we press her now? After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. Okay. So, where is this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? I quickly caught her and explained her rights to her and arrested her on the spot. You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should pressure for more details? Yes, there was a fence, right? I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The Lunchland car was... She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. So, you witnessed the murder from here? Okay. That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yeah. Is that correct, Miss Star? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. It's no big deal. I got high jumps. Amazing. The Kaffa Queen lunch lady athlete indeed. It would have taken her a little time to climb over that fence. So she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. So, how did Miss Skye not get away? They're gonna say something about that locked door, aren't they? Okay, she mentioned the muffler. She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just that one word? So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else. Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. But she wasn't. She didn't say anything. Her phone? She can't mean... ask further. By phone, do you mean the cell phone discovered at the crime scene? She is Miss Skye. That's how she got over the fence so quickly. Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see? No, Court doesn't see, Miss Starr. Explain some more. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. Where was that phone at? It was on the other side of the partition. On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently, it was out of order. Okay, facts. And so, she used her cell phone? Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order on that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should, of course, add this to your testimony. The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. Okay, the word muffler was heard during a call made to Emma at 5:18. I saw it all, how she tried the phone on the wall but had to use her cell instead. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. Okay. Alright, so we have to present something here. She saw it all. You had to get over the fence first. Because if she was here, and she saw her go around here... that would take more time. I don't know. I feel like it's this, but I could be... It could not be that, so... let's save close to this, just in case I blow myself to smithereens. And... I'm presenting this. It makes sense to me. Oh, wrong button. E. Oh, I got it. Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Skye. Objection! The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias, except she said you were all worms. What then? Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You, who together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Oh, huh? Okay. So, Edgeworth, whose car has been used, and Miss Lana, both kicked her out 2 years ago? Suspicious. Well, Miss Starr? This is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's look at the floor plan. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Skye making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at now. That emergency phone was on the backside of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. What? Order. What is the meaning of all this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies. Blah. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question? Sure, why not? Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about what she saw, where she saw it, the order of events. She didn't lie. Well, the order of events, no, I don't think. I think it's where she saw it. Because I think she wasn't in B block. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Where she saw it, I think. Yeah. Ah! Miss Skye tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it. Pointless to lie? Oh, I see. But, say the witness did actually see Miss Skye using the emergency phone. It would mean... Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location. Objection! A different location? Oh, that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Objection! Hold on now. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. I think we got it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. I'm clever. He called us clever. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. The place from where Miss Star witnessed the crime was here. Do we have to be very specific? Because I was just saying, like, A block. He took a photo from here, but, like... Security room... I don't... I feel like it's just A block, but... Yeah, we'll go with it. Either that or security. If she was here, she could see the emergency phone. That's true. That solves the mystery. Objection! That would allow her to see the emergency phone, yes. But if she was there, she would have been able to arrest her well before she dialed her cell phone. Oh. You doubt my speed? I can run 150 feet in 9 seconds, you know. That's crazy fast. Is that really that fast? Not as fast as your witty rejoiners. Uh-oh. Yes, Your Honor. So, security office then. Alright, we gotta... Oh shit, I can't save here though. Okay. Take that! The security office. She was taking lunch to her boyfriend. This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed. The security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the 2nd floor, so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. Oh, but she's like... The problem is, she's in A block when we go over there to investigate the car. So I just kind of thought she had clearance. I don't know. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security room, yeah? Well, Miss Star, how many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today, a man has got the better of Angel Star. Order! Order! Witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty. Is she talking about Miss Skye? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Star lie? It doesn't make sense. She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. True. True, so why did she lie? It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without good reason. So tell us, what was her reason, Mr. Wright? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know, okay? Miss Star witnessed the crime from the security guard station, okay? But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference, but what? What could change? Okay. The angle viewed to the crime changes. The distance to the crime, the difference in lighting. First of all, time to save. Yeah, why not? Difference in lighting doesn't matter. The distance to the crime kind of matters, but... I mean, according to the picture that she said she took the moment of the crime, the angle is the most important thing. Because she couldn't have taken that picture. The angle of the crime. The angle at which she saw the crime occur would change. The angle? What do you mean? Well, the security guard station is on the second floor, and, she would have, sort of, a more 3D view of the crime. And this is important. Why? No! No! She's guilty! We fucked up! That's enough! Oh no! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I fucked it all up. You're going to jail. The defense has failed to give the court sufficient reason to doubt the prosecution's claim. No, Lana Skye. Guilty. We failed. We failed. The accused will surrender to the court immediately. No! That is not all. I'm safe scumming. Goodbye. They slammed the doors on me. Okay, okay. So it wasn't the angle that mattered. So it was the distance then, probably. The difference in lighting does not matter at all, as far as I can tell. So the distance, then. Yeah? It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime.
Objection!
My condolences, Mr. Wright. One look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see.
Objection!
Hold on. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. True. She said that she, like, really quickly arrested the lady. Miss Star, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station, huh? Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Skye. Hmm? Well, witness? You... Yeah? You ordered the squid wheels, right? No, I did not. Kinda sounds good, though. The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. I don't know if it's like fried squid, that'd be good. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend? He wasn't in the station, so I waited. Where was he? He wasn't doing his job? I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. That way? Was that door open for you? But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. So what did you do? Really? Uh-huh. That's what you did. That's why I had to go through the visitors' parking lot in B block. Okay, sure. That took you a while, though. That's quite a detour. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes? This changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? I mean, probably. Raise an objection. 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente, at least. I got lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots. Rookie. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange? If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Wait, hold on. Don't get the wrong idea, I didn't kill anyone. You're going to jail, Your Honor, you're booked. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. Miss Skye dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Yeah. Ah! She's dropping her lunches all over the place. Quick, grab one! Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? We have another one? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright! That was too close. I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned! I got a lunch to eat. Who? You? Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me. Nobody wants it. I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. And you're just now telling us what? Is this another one of our trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Star. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo! A triple-decker. Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. All of this for free lunch, huh? Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. What's she gonna pull out of her lunchbox this time? What's she got? I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's. And the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. Okay, but why was it there? She cut her hand, I guess. This shoe proves it. It's flawless. Decisive evidence. What? There was blood found on that shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Ooh. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard this evidence? Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests performed, how? Didn't I mention it? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. Wow, you got lots of boyfriends. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, the shoe is illegal evidence. And at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah? Don't forget, I used to be a detective. Yeah, you keep saying it. How many days were you a detective? Like 2? As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Ugh. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth's looking pretty sullen. You could at least study some evidence law, really. Having three boyfriends in the police sure is handy. It sounds like she has like 5. 3 in forensics, someone somewhere else, the security guy, and like... I don't know, she mentioned another one too, somewhere else. The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. White enamel shoe bears traces of blood from Goodman and Skye. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Do we still have that picture? Hold on. Hold your horses, ma'am. I just want to look at this. Her shoes were black. Excuse me? You gave us this picture and you're gonna fucking lie about what shoes she was wearing? Okay. And now to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring it up? No, you didn't. One, of course, was the victim's. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Press. So, you brought it to the forensics department? If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, the man was stabbed after all. And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman? As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. And the other blood type matched that of the defendant. Okay. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. Hold your horses. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? No. No. Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe? I do. A problem? Is this critical? Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? Okay, hold on. I know there is, but we're gonna save in case I'm somehow wrong. Okay, there is a problem. A big problem. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there is one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. Somehow, yeah. Listen, sometimes I'm like certain stuff makes sense. And it just doesn't. The shoe isn't on a foot. Yeah, let's Cinderella this bitch. It doesn't fit. What size does she wear? That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish cut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Well, you see. Show us the problem with this evidence. Oh. Okay. Hold on. Uh-huh. Yeah. I see. I'm looking. Yes. Can I... I don't know if it was there. Where? What I thought, you know what's up. Yeah. Take that finger and point it at your own head, Mr. Wright. You're good. That's enough. This court sees no reason. Okay, listen. I just accidentally clicked. I'm sorry. I accidentally clicked. I thought I'd be presenting the photo. What's she holding in her hand? Oh, it's just her bandaged hand. Never mind. It's a good thing I saved. Alright, there's a problem. It's not what I thought it was. I'm not imagining things. One critical problem with this evidence, a clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes? Okay. I don't want your fish guts. What's contradictory about this victim's shoe? Well, it's white for one. There's blood on the bottom. Does that matter? The blood on the top makes sense. The blood on the bottom... might be the answer?
Take that!
I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of this shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be the contradiction about the blood on the bottom of the shoe? Alright, I just want to look. Hold on. Traces of blood from Goodman and Lana Skye. I want to investigate here for a second, because I didn't actually look at it at one point. There's blood here too. On the sole of the shoe. It's gotta be the victim's. He must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood. Oh, this is his? Okay. All this blood? It's horrible. This blood might be an important clue. Yeah, I got that. I was hoping you'd say something else. This blood, it's my sister's, right? Okay. It appears so. So the victim's blood is on the bottom of the shoe and her blood's on the top. That's interesting. Lana's right hand was bandaged when I saw her in jail. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime. Poor sis. Okay. Let's go back. Let's check this out for a second. I mean, there's no blood puddle for him to step in. It does say the victim's shoe. Okay, okay. The floor plans don't matter here for sure. Is it the picture? Contradicts you about the blood on the bottom of the shoe. I mean, if he was stabbed, it would be his blood on the top of the shoe. Do we just present the shoe again? That's a little weird. You know what? I don't know. I feel like it might be the picture, though. We'll try this one. We gotta save. The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? True, yes. As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. I was more thinking there wasn't any blood to step in at all, but okay. Yes. That contradicts your claim about his shoe.
Objection!
Objection? What? This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Well, was it written down anywhere? Do you have evidence?
Objection!
Huh? Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Did they get cleaned up? Order, order. Well, witness? Great going, Mr. Wright, but... It's true that the lack of footprints is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh. But that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. You got any ideas? I'm just good at finding contradictions. You're the science person. Help! What? Edgeworth. I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There's one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, knocked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. What's your point? Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that, I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness? Well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum, kicked over by the chief prosecutor, was brimming with water. No, water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? I think I know where you're going, but... Sure. You don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason only. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. Ugh. That ties things up quite nicely. I thought Edgeworth was coming to our side again, but he just tried to fuck us over. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes ties her quite clearly to this murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, Miss Skye's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she'd cut herself when she stabbed him? So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe. Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Hold on. Mr. Wright, do something, please. What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it. But, enough. There's no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. But Angel Star is on the prosecution side. She could have been lying about the water. This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. Oh! You? Okay, you're helping me out now? Okay. Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing bloody footprints. Well... I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence. Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else.
Objection!
The time for deliberations is past. You're about to fuck it up. Shut your mouth before it's too late. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare me, the cough-up queen. Look at this. Oh, another photo, huh? Oh, is that water? A photograph. I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait. Look at the asphalt in this photograph. Hey, it's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. Is this it? I'm sorry, Mia. Come on. Of course Mia's showing up, even without Maya here. Mia just makes do. Right? Wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. We're never truly alone. Mia's always watching. This is the last piece of evidence. Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good. Hold on. Objection. Nuh-uh. Your Honor? Wait. What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? No. No, you cannot. She started it. Whatever it is, can it wait? No. Then it'll be too late. Look at this photograph. The last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we've given each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, right? Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Maybe. If I get a chance to look at it, sure. Yeah, I'll think about it later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose, since we've come this far, we should give every claim fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph. What's in there? I mean, that being wet is fine. That being stabbed is fine. This? That's the only odd thing I see right now.
Take that!
The problem in this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Oh, and supposedly the lady, lunchbox lady, Miss Star, supposedly heard Lana talking about a muffler. Oh, it's coming together. I don't know how exactly, but it is. Your Honor, you just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also a part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as, part of the exhaust system. A pipe. I see, and, oh, I see! What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? Huh. So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Objection!
Sorry, Miss Star, but it's not gonna be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case. Okay, hold on. This one right here, the word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18. Hydration time, okay, right after I present this, okay? Mwah.
Take that!
Alright, Miss Star. Recall your testimony for the court. Oh yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler? Ah. Could it be that the muffler you had mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh. She's dropping all her lunches. She's been exposed. We got her. Do we get more investigation? Yeah! Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings. Suspended? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agree? I suppose so. That was close. But we made it. At least for now. This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. He's still hungry? He's had like 5 lunches. To be continued.